Welcome, Kenedy ISD families. My name is Felicia Gibson. I am the secondary Kenedy principal, and joining me is Katy Wiatrek, the elementary principal. And we know that you guys have lots of questions and some concerns, and we're hoping that we can clarify some of those things for you by putting together this presentation.
Yes, I'm thrilled to be here with you, Felicia. And, we've been doing a lot of work over the summer, and we don't have all the answers. I don't think anyone does, but we wanted to give you what we do know. And just please be patient with us. It's ever changing on a daily basis, but as of now, this is how we're going to roll things out. And just please, if you have any questions, call the office and we will answer as many as we can. So we're going to get going. First of all, registration is still open, and we still have a lot of you that haven't completed the full process. Remember, it's on our KISD website, and you need to register prior to the first day of school. Many parents or guardians have started it, but you're missing a few forms. So until all the forms are complete, you're not officially registered. And so if you could just get that finished, we are just ready to get the ball rolling when kids get here on day one, so that will help expedite that situation.
All right, screening of students. So TEA guidance is as follows for students. Parents must ensure that they do not send a child to school on campus if the child has COVID-19 symptoms or is lab confirmed with COVID-19, and instead should opt to receive at-home instruction until the conditions for reentry are met. Parents, guardians are expected to screen their students for COVID-19 symptoms each day prior to sending their student to school. So please, please, please make sure every day you're checking, and if they are not feeling well or lab confirmed, they can stay home and do the work.
And the great thing is you can call in and we can still do the work from home. We can work some situations out to get you your child's missing work. So we got a lot of great things in place to help you out so they don't get behind. Adult protocols for face coverings. All adults are required to wear masks when in the building, classroom, and or office with others. Classroom teachers are going to be able to use face shields or masks, and social distancing when providing direct instruction in classroom. Masks are required during classroom monitoring and circulation. In addition to this, if we have any reason that visitors need to come to the front office, that's the only place you will be allowed. You will also need to be in that as well. It's all adults.
Student protocols for face coverings. All students are required to wear a mask when riding the bus, entering the school during arrival, when leaving the school during dismissal, and when transitioning in hallways. At present, all students grades 2 through 12 and all staff will wear masks, face shields in the school building. It is highly recommended that students in grades pre-K through 1 wear masks at all times. And I know at the secondary, if in their classroom, if they're 6 feet apart, they do not have to wear their mask or their shields or shields. But if we are not able to social distance, they for sure have to wear their mask that whole class period.
Yes, and that's pretty much the same way we're going to try to do things here. We of course know that with the pre-K through 1 students, there's a lot of centers and social interaction, and in those areas, they will especially be in the classroom wearing those masks and face shields. All right, so the protocols for campus visitors, I kind of hit on with the adults. Just make sure that you do know we want to limit visitors. They're not going to be allowed inside the building, but we do understand that every now and again, you may need to check your child out and still need access to the front office. So when you do that, please understand that you still, again, need to wear that mask. There will be a scan code for a symptom check and a temperature check. So all of those things will be in place for all adults. Okay. Also know that parents are not going to be allowed to eat lunch at the school until further notice, and no outside food. I know we've been doing that a lot on Fridays, things like that. That's not going to be allowed as of today and through, I believe, the fall. And so no outside food, forgotten lunches, birthday celebrations, none of that will be allowed in the building. Students that forget their lunches are going to eat in the cafeteria.
Hand sanitizing and disinfecting and cleaning. Students and staff are required to use hand sanitizer when entering a bus, building, classroom, and or office. Frequent hand washing and sanitizing will be incorporated in the daily schedules. Buses, classrooms, and other common areas within the school will be thoroughly disinfected daily, and deep cleaning will be regularly conducted.
All right, supplies. We are super excited that we're going to be able to provide supplies for our Kenedy ISD kiddos. But if students have their own, they're still welcome to bring them. Backpacks are not going to be provided, so you still need to provide your own. So please make sure your kiddos have that. We're not going to let students share their personal supplies. In instances where technology, books, anything of that nature are used by multiple students, we do have sanitation protocols that will be executed.
So no water fountains, you have to bring your water bottles. So water fountains will not be used in order to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Students will need to bring their own water bottles. Please write your child's name and grade on the water bottle. Water refilling stations will be available and will be properly sanitized after each use.
It's really imperative that we have your child's name on that bottle for the safety measures to really work. So please make sure the name is there. All right, so when we did the survey way back in the summer, about 80% of the parent surveys told us that we are going to have y'all as car riders, and that's great. That's definitely one of the safest measures to have, but we anticipate kind of bigger traffic jams, and so in order to mitigate that, to keep everything as safe and smooth and as speedy as possible, we are going to have some stricter dismissal procedures. And I know this isn't going to fix all the traffic jams, so please be patient, but within 2 to 3 weeks, it should be a really better system. So we're going to do pre-K through first at the front entrance for your pickup and drop off. 2nd through 5th grade students, you are going to be in the side entrance. That's going to be back open. This is going to turn into a 1 lane only. Please do not go 2 lanes. Elementary is going to implement mandatory windshield name tags. And so all the cars need to have the name tag in the windshield in order to pick up their child. That's also going to let us see the names ahead of time. We're going to get them rolling as fast as possible into the parking spot. So please have your mandatory windshield name tag. Then we are going to have all cars exit the premises by turning right only. So when secondary campus car line is leaving, they will turn right to go out. They will head towards, the highway, Taco Bell area, that side. So when elementary exits, they're going to go to the right and will go down towards that back road. This is to speed up our exit process and to not have traffic jams. And this will be a rule that we must follow. So what if you have a secondary kid and an elementary kid? We want you to pick up your secondary child first. Then you should have your pink windshield name tag or whatever color we determine, and we will see that and allow you to cross over the street. If you don't have your name tag and you're coming from secondary, again, without the name tag, you're going to have to turn right. What if you have an older elementary sibling and a younger elementary sibling? You will pick up your child that is the youngest. So we will have the older siblings go to the pre-K through first pickup drop-off to be picked up. We just need to know that you have that situation. So please contact the front office or let the child's teacher know. Bus riders are going to load and unload in the same location outside the cafeteria. I'm sorry that was a lot. We just want to really communicate to help speed up this process on the first day. Thank you.
All right, so secondary bus riders will pick up at the front of the school. A lot of secondaries is pretty much the same. Students will exit from both the front entrances of the building. Middle school car riders will pick up from the east side of the building and form one line. That's the same place as last year, except the only difference is here, when you leave, you'll turn right when you exit. And once again, that's just to help the flow of traffic so there's not a jam anywhere. High school car riders will need to be picked up at the front of the school near the main entrance, a little ahead of where the buses, if you get there early, you'll see the buses, or you could just park in a parking spot. And then students will exit from the front and or side of the building. And then once again, when you leave, you will also need to make sure you're turning right.
Yes, perfect. All right. Okay, so elementary meals for the face-to-face learners. Breakfast is going to still be from 7:30 to 7:50, but we're going to do it within our homeroom classroom, okay? So as soon as your kiddos get dropped off in car line or the bus is dropping them off, they'll go straight to their homeroom teacher, eat breakfast within the classroom. Lunch is still going to be eaten in the cafeteria, but we have staggered it by grade level. So instead of doing 2 or 3 grade levels at a time, we're going to be able to socially distance and stagger those times.
All right, so secondary meals, face-to-face learners. So breakfast will be 7:30 to 7:55. Students not eating breakfast will go to their first period class and they will just sit in there. And then students eating will eat in the cafeteria as normal, making sure that we still follow social distancing guidelines. For lunch, all students will eat in the cafeteria using social distancing. Any overflow will go to a designated room so we can make sure we're still keeping those social distancing guidelines.
Okay, so meals for remote learners. We are still offering breakfast and lunch. We will have one pickup. They're going to still be the grab and go bags. The difference is they're not providing curbside delivery. So you will definitely want to contact the school and make sure they know to have the meal ready. And there will be a pickup here on campus in the secondary parking lot. Where is that, the middle school car line?
Yes, that'll be on the middle school side.
Okay, perfect. And it is available for pickup only. There will be no bus runs.
PE. So PE and recess classes will be held outside because it is very important that they still get their activity in. We recommend that all students wear comfortable tennis shoes. So please come with those comfy tennis shoes. So.
Awesome. Okay, special programs. Students currently participating in special program services such as special education, 504, ESL will continue to receive those services whether instruction is taking place at school or through remote instruction. As much as possible, we are going to hold parent meetings virtually.
Campus events, no in-person assemblies or field trips will be held this fall. This includes birthday celebrations. No outside visitors will be allowed to be brought on campus. I'm sorry, no outside food will be allowed to be brought on campus. So just make sure for any of those that you just keep them at home and celebrate on the weekend.
All right, transportation. Okay, so this is kind of our bus policies, just those updates. So students are going to wear the masks or face coverings on the bus as well. They will have assigned seats. There will be hand sanitizer dispensers placed in the stairwells for use when loading and unloading students. Students are expected to use it before boarding the bus and as they are exiting. All buses will be sanitized and wiped down daily, including in between the morning and afternoon bus routes. All right, our Kenedy Elementary instructional plans, which it's also the secondary for this slide. It's the 2 instructional options for the 2021 school year is the 100% at school face-to-face instruction and learning or the 100% at home virtual learning and instruction. We've had a lot of you let us know whether you're choosing to go face-to-face or remote. If you have not, please, again, there's a lot we need to know in order to prepare as best we can. So we would love for you to make sure that you tell us whether you're choosing face-to-face or the remote learning.
Technology. So curbside pickup on Monday, August 17th for those who do not have a personal device. And this is going to be at the front entrance of secondary campus from 1 to 6 p.m. If you cannot make that time, please let the campus know so we can set aside a time for you to come pick it up. We do, please, if you have your own personal device, please make sure you do not come pick up a Chromebook, only because until TEA sends us, the state sends us the extra Chromebooks, we need to make sure we have enough for every family to get one. So if you have your own, please use that. And then once we get more, you can definitely come get one.
Yes, perfect, absolutely. Okay, so our instructional plan. The instructional calendar days for students at home or virtual will remain the same. The bell schedule for elementary is from 7:50 to 3:30. That's going to be all year. Secondary bell schedule will be 7:55 to 3:35. We did opt to have 2 dismissals for the elementary. However, we will not implement that until a few weeks into the school year because we need time to determine all of our returners' academic needs. And we want to really figure out who needs to stay for that extra win time, what I need time. So next Wednesday when school starts, everybody will get released at 3:30. There will not be any type of early dismissal for several weeks, okay? We will roll this out. You know, I'll call you and do a little call out when we're ready to rock and roll on that. Ms. Gibson, anything?
No.
Okay, your turn.
All right, instructional plan, remote instruction. So KISD will implement an asynchronous model of instruction, which includes self-paced instruction where students engage in the learning materials on their own time. Students will interact intermittently with the teachers via the computer or phone, and attendance will be taken daily by monitoring active participation. Truancy laws do apply. I strongly recommend, and I know Ms. Wiatrek as well, that students, you kind of get on a schedule. If, you know, and I would start maybe, you know, 8 in the morning, you know, do some math for a little bit, and then, you know, go to your next subject. So you don't get behind, because it will be very easy to get behind. This is going to be very different than it was in the summer. It's not going to be as easy, and to not fall behind and get overwhelmed, you really need to pace yourself out throughout the day.
Right, and just really understand that there are a lot different rules mandated by TEA. It's very rigorous. They expect you to do the same amount of instructional time pretty much as if you were in school. So each different level has a certain amount of minutes they must meet daily. There is no, well, I'll not do my work Monday, I'll do it all on Friday. You have to be very disciplined and know yourselves that as a remote learner, I'm going to have to go in every day and create that schedule in order for my attendance and grades to be kept up.
Yes, because for secondary, just so everyone knows, work has to be submitted each day to be counted present. Either make contact with that teacher, you've had some type of discussion with that teacher, or turned in work. If not, you're going to be counted absent. And then you don't want to do that, because then once you get to the point where truancy has to get involved, you will be contacted by Mr. Douglas.
Yes, that's the TEA guidelines and, well, mandates. So it's applicable for us all. Now, some of our learning management systems is pre-K through first grade is going to still use Seesaw. Now we purchased the whole thing, so we're excited. The platform is going to be even better than we had it in the spring. They just offered us a free version in the spring. Second through 12th grade is still going to use Google Classroom. And then go ahead with secondary.
Secondary is going to be using Edgenuity, and we will have a how-to guide come out hopefully next week, early next week, certainly before school starts, so you'll know how to get in and all that good stuff.
Yes, we are looking for that. And just know that we're also at the elementary campus, we're going to try, we'll give you our schedules and have a little orientation for first day to help y'all log in and get familiar with the programs. Miss Brady, the assistant principal, will help lead that. So you can look forward to meeting her on Wednesday virtually. Remote learning first day procedures. And I think that's what you're talking about, Ms. Gibson. We're going to really try to help y'all know what to do and post that. So check the website, listen to the push outs, you know, social media. We're going to have something in place Monday or Tuesday for y'all. But know that even on the first day, if you're not exactly sure, we're going to set up things for you to be able to call and get some help on that. I'm still working on the virtual conference schedules. So mine will be posted on Monday. That'll get done shortly. We have, for right now, the virtual remote conference teacher will be Miss Azaparty. You will still be assigned to your child's homeroom class. She is not the homeroom teacher, but she is someone that will be available with a certain schedule by grade level for any child or parent that's kind of struggling to know what the day's work is, or maybe is stuck on a problem. You can definitely reach out to her at the schedule time, and even beyond that. I mean, we are going to be here to help you in whatever capacity we can.
Okay, and then secondary for virtual conference times. So for middle school, we have one generalist certified teacher that will do all of the core subjects. High school, we have, they're specified by their certification. And so if you look there, those are the times where if you need to speak with them or send them an email of some sort, that is their time that they will get in contact with you. And then electives, all electives and CTE teachers will be available from 11:47 to 12:18. So, and anytime if you miss this time, it's fine. Just send an email or send even an email to their a teacher of record, and somebody will get in contact with you.
Yes. Okay. So instructional plan feedback timelines, you should be getting some daily feedback, definitely from Ms. Azaparty or some of the secondary teachers. They can help you, give you some feedback every day. You'll see some homeroom teacher feedback as you complete your assignments. You can email the teachers can email you. Elementary will still use the Remind app. The biggest thing for this to be successful is communication. And really, I think setting up those schedules, kiddos, to make sure that you're logging in and doing your work every day. Progress reports will be provided every 3 weeks. Report cards are the same as face-to-face. They'll be issued out every 9 weeks. And I think that's it. It's not moving. We're done.
So hopefully we were able to answer and clarify, maybe some questions that you had. And if not, please, please, please do not hesitate to call the school. We are more than welcome to answer any questions that you have.
Yes, we just appreciate your time. Thank you for viewing this, and just know we have been just working so hard to open our doors, and we're just excited to receive our face-to-face learners and just be able to get a sense of normalcy in all this. And just know that remote learners, we are going to be there every step of the way, day one and on, and we just can't wait for August 19th to come around the corner.
Yes.
All right. Bye.
Bye, guys.